Zip code 80537, one of Loveland's most representative housing markets and a zip that tells you a lot about where the broader local market really is. For realtors, 80537 matters because it's not a niche or edge case zip. It reflects how average buyers and sellers are actually behaving right now. This is a market defined more by stability than volatility, and understanding that distinction is critical when setting expectations with clients. 80537 covers a large portion of central and southern Loveland, sitting between established west side neighborhoods and newer growth areas pushing east. Because of that mix, this zip functions as a bellwether for Loveland, rather than a specialty market driven by luxury or new construction alone. Home prices here remain elevated compared to pre-2020 levels, but the rate of change has slowed noticeably. That places 80537 in a stabilization phase of the housing cycle, rather than an expansion phase. The key shift is not price collapse or surge. It's the loss of urgency that used to push homes through the market quickly. Days on market have lengthened, which tells us buyers are taking more time, comparing options, and feeling less pressure to rush decisions. Inventory has grown enough to give buyers choice, and that choice is reshaping leverage in subtle but important ways. Price reductions are appearing more often, not as distress signals, but as part of normal price discovery in a slower market. In this environment, homes that are priced accurately still sell, while homes priced to past market memories tend to sit. The main tension in 80537 is between seller expectations anchored to peak years and buyers constrained by today's monthly ownership costs. Sellers are not under pressure to exit, but buyers are no longer willing to stretch simply to secure a home. That puts 80537 at a moderate tension level, balanced overall, but with real friction depending on pricing and condition. Compared to nearby Loveland zips, 80537 sits near the middle on price and pace, which makes it a strong indicator zip for broader trends. When conditions change here, it often signals a shift in real buyer behavior rather than a one-off neighborhood effect. Right now, the data does not support a clear breakout in either direction. Pricing is more likely to move sideways with negotiation-driven outcomes. If this kind of zip-level breakdown is helpful, subscribing means you'll keep getting clear, local market context like this as conditions evolve. It helps you track leverage shifts, affordability pressure, and timing signals without having to interpret raw data or headlines on your own. For buyers, 80537 is a market that rewards patience, preparation, and knowing which listings are likely to adjust versus which are already priced correctly. For sellers, success comes from pricing discipline and presentation because buyers have options and are comparing value carefully. For realtors, this is no longer a momentum market. It's a positioning market where explaining mechanics builds trust quickly. 80537 continues to benefit from Loveland's established infrastructure, parks, schools, and everyday amenities that support long-term demand. The market here is slower, more rational, and more selective, but not distressed. Understanding how inventory, speed, and affordability interact is what separates signal from noise in this zip. That's the real story of the 80537 housing market and why zip-level analysis matters more now than ever.